Last Stand 2 picks up immediately after the military helicopter's timely rescue of Jack and his group. He's breathing a sigh of relief when disaster strikes. One of his group members is infected. It is implied that the infection takes over and the survivor turns zombie, and it is caused the helicopter to crash. A month passes. Jack, the only person to come out of the crash alive, has started over in a nearby town of Glendale and builds a new barricade inside the local tool shop. He hears a radio broadcast detailing a plan to steal off the mainland in 40 days, with the warning that any remaining survivors must reach the Union City before then to be evacuated. With that in mind, he starts over, repairing barricades, recruiting survivors, searching for supplies and weapons. But he now focuses on constantly moving, motivated by the Union City deadline and perhaps by the memories of near disaster in The Last Stand. Jack only stays in a given place long enough to find a few recruits, maybe a weapon or two, and enough supplies to move to the next town. In this fashion, he and a few companions traverse most of the state: Glendale, Whistler's Grove, Claysburg, Aspenwood, Jonestown, and Fortran, before finally arriving at Union City. His diary entries are particularly interesting due to their sparsity. Instead of daily reports like in The Last Stand, there are only entries whenever he visits a new town, and there is almost no levity at all. 40 days. It's been a month. Back at square one. The crash still haunts me. They're still everywhere. Radio broadcasts say today that they're sealing off the mainland. 40 days until the last boats and aircraft leave. Gotta make it to Union City. Whistler's Grove. Basements. Not a fan, but it's a necessity at the moment. Built a crude barricade upstairs to hold them off tonight. Should do the trick. Don't have much time or energy to build anything substantial. Best bet is to find where I can and keep moving towards Union City. Hold ground. Don't think it'll make a difference to them. The bastards, the pews, make a fairly decent barricade though. A lot of stores around here. Hopefully I can dig up some supplies. Note, I've seen a number of them carrying weapons. Could get nasty. Day 20, middle of nowhere. Haven't heard anything more on the radio about the evacuation. Can only hope they stick to their time frame. Don't like my chances of finding much here. Best to get where I can and keep moving. Union City or bust. Let's stop. Union City is only a few days from here. Better hurry. Missed the boat and I get feeling it's all over. Fortran. I assume this is where the chopper was supposed to be headed. It's been completely overrun. Managed still to pull together some sandbags to put together a sturdy wall though. This indicates focus and determination, most likely due to his desperation and new feelings of responsibility for those under his protection. He seems to have become hardened since the events of The Last Stand. In The Last Stand 2, there is only two endings. The first ending is when you reach Union City in less than 40 days, you win, and Jack and his band of survivors hide out in the docks district of Union City, where they'll play a role in The Last Stand Union City. The second ending is when you take more than 40 days to reach the Union City, you lose, and Union City is destroyed by saturation bombing. Now it is only a matter of time before you join the ranks of dead. Guys, I would really appreciate your financial support, like really I would appreciate it. So if you wanna financially support me, the link's in the description.